All right, test, test, test. Yep. It works. Let's make sure all this stuff looks good. Test. Does it show up? Yes, it does. Let's go. All right, cool. All right, register. I don't know what I want to drive. I guess the only thing that's different here is this one. I'll go for it. Why not? I imagine I can hop out quickly if I need to. Switch cars. All right. I haven't done LMU in a hot minute. Need to make sure all my overlays and stuff are working. And we'll do it to it. Whoa. I hope this is all fixed. Fixed setup, that is. Cool. Also cool. Virtual energy. We'll just go with 50% because I have no idea. Oh, it's at night. Make sure all my stuff comes over. Make sure everything pops up. Alright. That looks good. Fortunately, my UI is gonna bleed over a little bit. Alright. That'll have to do. That's good. One last thing. Make sure this is working. Sweet. Alright. I can see chat. Off we go. They still haven't fixed the stretching of the UI elements in this game. It's really quite annoying. Kind of curious how the tires feel in this. What the hell is that? Cool. Okay. What the fuck? GG LMU, you struggling today or what? Alright, next race. Don't know why I can't join the practice again. There we go. Looks like all the servers just shit themselves. That's fun. No concern for the race. So that's what the UI element's supposed to look like. Mine does not look like that at all. Car setup, still okay. Let's go back to 50%. I don't remember the button to change like driver position and stuff. I don't remember any of the things. What is that? Like look up? Look left? That's weird. Anyway, we're just gonna roll with it. Only have so much time to try to figure it out. You're lucky I let off, son. FPS are we getting? 108. All right. Still think the rear view looks horrible. Cold tires. That person's on the brakes so well. Actually, I do think they have warmers. I think it starts somewhere in like the 75-degree range. Still very jarring to go back and forth between this and iRacing from a force feedback point of view. Push, push. I feel like I need to turn the force feedback strength down a touch. I'd like to do a lap or 3 so I can just get some sense of fuel per lap, so I have an idea what to use for the race. I like that this is at night, that's pretty cool. Not a huge fan of the way this car sounds, to be honest. I'm kind of jaded. I've been driving the Mustang in iRacing for the last couple weeks. Nothing sounds like that. Really? Thought I missed him. Yeah, I think if I turn the feedback down just a touch, I'm in a good spot. In the wiggle. Respect. Car feels pretty good around here. Be cool if I hit some of these apexes. Force feedback's a little too strong for me. Too much muscling. Bad angle. I know. Race control, I know. not sure if nobody's chatting or it's just not working. I did have to make some adjustments. Unfortunately, my page that shows all that stuff, I didn't have one for just YouTube, so I had to make one real quick. I may have screwed up. Maybe a little bit more of a lift there. So if anybody could just put like literally anything in the chat, I would appreciate it, just so I know that it's working. If you want to lurk, no, all good. I just want to know that it is working in case somebody's actually trying to say something and I can't see it. How much of that can you cut? Seems like more than iRacing. And if I don't see something in a few minutes, I'll take a gander before this race starts. I like that they added a little clock, so bad, to let you know when the next race starts. You guys can't see it, but 11 minutes. That is nice. Come on. I can't tell whether it's just understeer or it's LMU or me or all the above. I don't know. Alright, I don't see anything in the chat, so I'm gonna pull off here and make sure that I didn't screw something up. Because if y'all are talking and I don't know, then I feel real bad. Alright, little lift there, that works. Just pull right here, should be safe enough. Brrr. I always forget how... What are you doing? Back to the garage. Check. Alright, let me double check something here. Because I can see there's 10 people in here. So that part's working. But... Hold, please. Oh, weird. Okay. So, I can see that y'all are chatting there. Why am I not seeing it? WTF, mate? Oh. WTF. Can y'all put one more thing in the chat, please? Like, literally anything. Peter, I see you. Okay, I see you. Vista, thank you, thank you. KH, what's up, brother? Feeling okay? Why? Because I'm an LMU? Looks like your chat isn't working. Yeah. It seems to be working now. I think we're good. I think we're good. Anything. There it is. Appreciate you. Alright. So, unfortunately, what I don't know... Why this thing is locking up hard. Can you hear me now? Yes, sir. I got you. Thank you. Unfortunately... How about now? Yeah, brother. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about fuel. Yelling, you're yelling. I can literally hear you. I can hear you from Canada. Alright. Doesn't it look like he's standing up, like, really high? Why is he so tall? Like, his feet are... I don't know. It's like something's wrong here. Something with my perspective is not right. Everything looks pretty good. The way the sides map together as best they can, I mean. It's whatever. I'll have to play with that another day. I just wanted to jump in and do some racing. I saw that LMU was at Spa in Monza this week, and I was like, oh my god. Let's do some of that. They make cars so cool, not people. Also true. Also true. I still hate the whole, like, everything's a Porsche thing. Well, come on then, big fella. Does mine work? Yeah, it does. Cool. I love that you can't talk to people. Gotta be honest. I love it. If you want to read a fun series, try Dungeon Hunter Carl. That's where the yelling comes from. Huh. Unfortunately, Americans, we are illiterate. Oh shit, I should have turned that thing down. Do that real fast. Garage. Alright. Where is force feedback? God, it's only at 30%. Audiobook. Let's go 25. See if that helps a little bit. And there is a button. Oh wow, like now I have no feedback at all. This fucking game. Thankfully I do have a button mapped. Force feedback reset. Okay. Better. We'll see how that feels real fast. Maybe 27 might be the sweet spot. This feels like nothing. Yeah, dude, it was fun to go back in there and get after it. I had fun. I really did. As much as I hate that racetrack, I was like, oh, let me join these guys. You know, I've been back for a few weeks now, and let me try to get in there. Okay, maybe this is too light. I need to find a sweet spot here. So anyway, I wanted to join because Sunday nights work for me, where unfortunately my Wednesday night league that I really love just does not work for me right now. And so I thought, well, let me get in there, and when I looked at the calendar, I was like, oh, it's Mexico. I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. I'll learn it, figure it out. We'll all be in the same boat together, it'll be great. Fuck Mexico, man. I hate that place so much. It's ridiculous. Alright, this is not bad, but I need a touch more than that. Get freaking blinded by the light. Alright, controls, feedback. Let's go like... a little air on the side of... you know what? We won't. Yeah, we will. Fuck it. Alright, one more shot here. It's up there with y'all. If not for that lap 1 shenanigans, I'm sure I'll end up getting a call out in the race recap video. Uh-oh. Did I do something dumb? I hope not. It was honestly super nice to be back. I enjoyed it. And it's just crazy to me how fast everybody is. I think I finished... I need to go back and look at this. So I'm in the Pro-Am class, I believe. I believe I finished 4th in class, which is pretty cool. I'll take that, Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Francisco, get it together, brother. I feel like I'm sitting up too high in this car. But I'll take it. Alright, so I think you gotta let off a little bit. I hate the radar thing. I know people are like, oh man, radar, we need radar and everything. I don't like it. I wish I could turn most of this shit off. Unfortunately, I need a lot of it because I don't have it on my 4th screen. Genuinely, one thing one thing that keeps me away, I guess, from doing LMU more often is JRT. Like, having JRT within iRacing is an absolute game changer. Having that information available and it not cluttering my actual screen that I'm racing through, if you will. It's so huge. If I literally could have the exact same view and information up there and turn all this off, I would spend more time here for sure. Oh, get on the track. I just call it new names in the season. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the pro and class stuff. Yeah, I've always had a little beef with the way their whole like pro-am thing works. But it is what it is. I don't care enough to like yeah, it's not a big deal. It is what it is. I know where my speed's at, you know what I mean? I'm not fast enough to race for championships in anything, so it's like, who cares? Just go have a good time. Don't think too much about it. Alright, so is there any, should have shifted there, huh? Any LMU pros in here that know how much fuel I should start this race with so that I don't have to box? Because I have no idea. I haven't completed a lap yet. Well, clear the classes could use some tinkering, like Pro-Am being shifted back a bit. Yeah, and it's hard. Like, trust me, I don't envy the position. I mean, Andrew, I believe is his name. You know, does an awesome job just, you know, making all of that available, and to have gone through all the work to do that, like, totally respect it. Don't envy the position. You're never going to please many people, much less everyone. So, yeah, it's all good. It is what it is, man. I'm just going to go race. I'm going to basically ignore the standings, just have fun, and don't really care about anything else. That's my approach. Yeah, there's a lot of work. I mean, I raced with Broken Wing literally the first GT3 season they had, like, I don't know how many years ago it was now. It's a couple years ago. Pretty sure the first GT3 race we ever did was at Spa. And I can't remember who it was. I think he moved on to race prototypes. But he and I were like duking it out for P1 in that race. It was fun. And to see how far they've come with all the effort that's been put into it is actually insane and really cool. But yeah, for me, it's better if I just race and have a good time and not care about anything else. It's hard because I'm really competitive, but that's just how it has to be. All right. So, God, man, it'd be cool if they could chill with those flashbangs. I'd like to do more of these races. I've never done one. I'd really like to do it. I need to find like a calendar, you know, that's like, hey, this is like everything that's happening in the LMU space today or this week or whatever. These are the times, because they have these championship races, which I can go to later, but they're like, you know, 3 sessions available for the week. You get like 2 cracks at it for the week, and it's a season-long championship, which that part I don't care about, but just like the competing in something, you only get like 1 shot at it per week, kind of like a league, but you know. Oh shit, it was raining. It's raining in practice? What? Great. Great. Wanted to make a video this week. 13 of the history of the league. See how far. Man, it's wild. It's truly wild. 5 code that calendar out. Done and done. What's up, Michael? Yeah. It's funny you mentioned coding in general. I haven't touched any code in about a year, which is insane to think about. All right, so it's raining. Great. I've never driven in this thing in the rain ever. So let's just go ahead and throw the wets on. And I'm just going to assume like this can't go more than like, it's a 20-minute race. The laps are over 2 minutes. So we can't have more than like 10 laps. Like almost just for science. So we'll just maybe go 10.2 laps. And if it doesn't work out, fuck it, I guess. Oh, great. No force feedback. Hate that happens. There we go. Does this work? Oh! I did map that button. Go me. That is crazy. Yeah, for somebody that like... Literally, I mean, I've been a software developer since I was in college. To not do it for an entire year is actually insane. You're racing all the money more, and I'm sitting here in my day job. I'm jealous, brother. Yeah, don't worry, man. Definitely know the grind more than you might imagine. Okay, cool. At least the little white strips don't kill you. Until I start racing in a year, we swapped kinda. Nice. So what's your vibe code now? I mean, I haven't used Cursor or any of these tools. Like, I feel like all this stuff has literally come on in just like the last 12 to 18 months. Like, really come on. So I haven't messed with any of it. And to be very honest with you, I'm extraordinarily skeptical of all of it. But you also got to remember, I spent 20 years basically, you know, as a professional developer. So I don't know. I'm gonna be skeptical of all that. All right, these guys are not on wets. Am I crazy? Okay, more people are getting on wets. You know what? Whatever. We're just gonna get it. All right, got my force feedback. That's positive. It's not raining a lot. I have no concept of how wet it actually is. Cloudy and drizzle. I don't really see anything in there that's like, hey, this is how wet the track is. Yeah, I got into Cursor very early, but I used it to learn fundamentals. Technical interviews all about fundamentals. Yeah. I mean, so my background is all .NET, so, and traditionally, like, back-end stuff, I was always more interested to work on an API than a front end, right? And for me, this might be like super hot take, so don't like get offended. I personally do not believe in front-end frameworks like React, Next, Vue. I just don't like them. Not a fan of working on them. I just fundamentally, the whole spa thing, I hate it. I think the vast majority of apps I've ever seen that are spas do not need to be spas and probably are at a detriment for having been developed as such. Monoliths are okay, man. Well, obviously, it's really all about the use case, what you're trying to build more than anything else, but people pick that tool up these days and it's like, oh, that's what it's going to be because that's what everything is now. And it's like, So, basically the last 10 years, I worked on a monolith. I built it myself, along with 2 other guys, really 3, I guess, over the 10 years. So I'm certainly biased, but it's also, again, it was the right tool for that job for sure. But yeah, I'm curious, man. I'm actually meeting up with my guys this week to talk about some new business ideas and trying to get ourselves going again on something. So it's it'll be really interesting. I'm gonna play with some of those things just because I feel like as a nerd I need to, just to form maybe more informed opinions about them, but I don't know, man. I can see how AI tools would help do some of the remedial type stuff. Like, hey man, go take these classes that I've put together in properties and go generate all the getters and setters, or go do like really basic shit that's really annoying. Or hey, here's this interface that I've got. Here's an implementation that I've made for this database class, you know. Now go make the database classes for all these other ones. Something like that. Like give it like actual, I guess, examples to use so that it doesn't just generate dog shit code. But I think people really lose sight of how important maintainability is in software. It's everything. I mean, I literally maintained a piece of code, infrastructure, and everything for like 10 years. It was really important. It's so much more valuable now than ever. Hey, I like to hear that. This might be okay for a drive, but I don't really know. I don't know LMU, so we'll just let it rip. There's a reason the majority of crack is starting to come around, niche uses of it. Yeah, and I'm sure there is some of that for sure. I'm sure there's some. But if at the end of the day it boils down to time, I've got time. You know? I'm not working in a situation where it's like, hey, you got this middle manager, it's like, oh, you need a TPS reports done by yesterday. And I'm not in that situation. I'm gonna build my own product and, you know, it's my own thing. I don't, whether it takes 6 months or a year, who cares? As long as it's done right. So yeah, I don't. We'll see. We'll see. I see so many things though, like it's hard not to laugh at the whole concept of like, well, software development's gone now. AI's here to take over. It's like, alright, cool. Y'all have fun with that. I just don't believe it. I really don't. Get in there. There we go. Not a great entry. Given what I've seen, I wouldn't trust it with much. Yeah, I think it's great at stuff that, like, you know, I'm trying to think of how to articulate it. I think it's really good at, like, kind of the remedial tasks, you know? I don't know whether that spreads everything close to real. Because I think the people that are spreading it are not the people that would know, you know? Like, they're civilians. Like, they have no idea. Working software dev, great for logs and pattern. Exactly. Like, I feel like AI, where it's best, is just being able to sift through mountains of data for patterns and things that as humans, it would just take us freaking forever to figure out. You know? Like, sure, can you go looking through your Splunk logs and finding different patterns and matching things over time? Yeah, you could. It'll probably take you 6 months. You could dump all this shit into an AI and be like, hey man, I'm looking for this. And it's like, oh, here you go. It's really good at stuff like that. But, like, I don't need it to build my algorithm for me, you know? Like, I need to understand that stuff. Really important. It's really important you understand how your code works. How does the infrastructure work with the code? Like, that stuff is so critical. Something breaks inevitably, or some weird edge case happens. You're like, well, I don't even know how the thing works under the hood. How are you going to figure out how to fix it? What's up, Nasher? Hey, what's up, brother? I think it's a good additive tool to help people in their workflows, but to think it's just going to magically take over anytime soon is insane. Alright. It might help me and Peter figure out our, it might help me and Peter figure out our pitch strategy in these endurance races, though. I'm cool with that. Excuse me. Shit. Oh, no. Come on. Come on. I slowed down. That's a kick in the balls. I'll hand it 20 to 30 log files and ask it what's going wrong. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It truly is fantastic for that. Always the best search tool. Yeah, exactly. I think that's where it's going to be like super useful for a lot of people. So we'll see. All right, guys, I'm assuming. What the fuck is that? Y'all hear that? Or am I going crazy? Split 11 of 25 checking in. Let's go.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
I'm assuming 10 laps at the most. What do y'all, I mean, anybody? So the forecast now says it's good. Everybody's on dries except for your boys. So your boy's going to dries. 10 laps. Basically starting P3. Just out here getting it. God, it's like that thing hit pretty hard. So I am really curious to like use it. Like, don't get me wrong, I am curious to use it and to understand maybe how it can be pretty awesome. But data classification, yeah, it's great at pattern matching. You know.
Formation lab has started.
Yeah, I've heard it's a shit show. That's okay. We'll go have some fun. And if I get really annoyed, we'll just go race Sebring until Monza starts. Somebody texted me. Please tell me it was not my wife. She knows I'm doing this. It was my wife. Sure, she's just giving me cliff notes of something. She knows I'm racing and knows that when I'm racing I can't look at my phone. Out of line. That's okay, out of line. Got it. Like I was like, hey, you're out of line, but doesn't show me where the line is. Alright. Catch up. Slow down. Alright, pit limiter's on. Wait, what? I'm trying to hold my speed. He's not doing it. Is it here or is it on the front of the other?
Green flag, green
Yeah,
flag.
here it is. Man, you were lucky. Tried to pull that little switchback. Alright, don't know what to expect here. Take your slowdown. Oh, that's right, they don't do slowdowns. All the ACC open lobbies coming over. Yeah. I didn't realize I was supposed to shift there. Wow. Y'all really hit them brakes, didn't you? Nope, we're not going to spin. Okay. You know what's going to happen next, don't you? Yeah, he would have got a huge slowdown in iRacing. Kind of waiting for these tires to come in. Open lobby things. I really do. I've seen so many videos recently on like just the terrible driving standards in LMU. I'm gonna guess it's that. Is he trying to get my attention? Like I just woke up yesterday.
Lap 2:30.69.
It really is. It is. Sim racing's gotten a lot bigger over the years. Doesn't necessarily mean that's been a positive. Oof. I'll take it. I do like the driving in this game though. Feedback's a little aggressive. I don't know if that's realistic or just they make it feel like that to make you feel like, oh man, it's so detailed. Not sure what it is, to be honest. It's fine. Like I said, the feedback's aggressive for sure. I just don't know that if that's real, but I've never driven a race car, so. Yeah, I don't know enough about it to know, like, hey, are we supposed to be like smashing ABS? Like, I don't know. I'm basically just driving it the way I would drive iRacing. Yeah, I have driven the Mustang in this a little bit when it first came out, but I've driven the iRacing version a lot more recently, that's for sure. Seriously? Alright. Come on. Can't turn it anymore. Fun. Oh, damage. Wheel's not straight. Really parked on that apex. I went in there hot. I think they feel too light. See how this goes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Good. Unfortunate. They definitely feel very, or this car in particular, but this is kind of how LME feels to me. It feels very like cars are floaty, you know? Like you feel the weight and the feedback in a braking zone. And right there for sure, like the initial turn in. But then on exit, it just kind of floats out. Like the entry, like now it's feedback's not gone, but it gets really light. The entry part though is real heavy. Could be down to the, okay. No bitch about iRacing that code. Fantastic. Oh. Never seen that before. Okay. Jesus. I'm guessing he's in me right now. You better, he gone. This sucks too, because I want to get this guy and I got nobody for 5 seconds. Hypercars, I want to do that today. Like, my give a damn for this game is pretty low, so maybe I'll jump into an LMP2 or something and try it. Wow. Okay. As soon as he started braking, he started going right to the apex. Like, oh.
Time 2:24.63.
Delay all you want, friend. It's happening. Definitely got some damage in the front. Where I ass-packed that dude going into the final chicane. Oh my god. I don't know if the damage problem or just the way these cars go through there is rough. I feel like you have to manage the battery manage. Oh, that's right. It's true. I kind of hate that because I don't want to deal with it. Guessing I've got some serious aero in the front of my car. I don't know if he's kind of parking the apexes intentionally or not. For fuck's sake, man. Did you really need to turn left? Left? Right? Fucking A, dude. What kind of physics are these? This dude barely touched me and poof, my car goes. Holy shit. That's actually crazy. Yeah, that. What the fuck? I want to go back and see that. I don't know what lap we're on. 4. So they can remind me of that. I'd appreciate it. Assuming I have time. That's dumb. Finally get alongside the guy cleanly. Thought I left plenty of space to the left. He comes a little right and poof, I'm gone. Sweet. Losing on power out. Safety rating's going downhill today, boys. Crazy. I don't know if you actually need to do just a very light lift to get through there in a normal situation, or if my front end's hurting me a lot. Also, the shifting is killing me. I'm so used to having my little red light above in my fourth monitor to say, hey dummy, shift. And when I don't see that, I'm not paying attention to anything else. Again, JRT for the win. It's also hard, like, I literally know no one that I race with is in LMU at all. So, just, yeah, everybody's in iRacing. So it definitely kills kind of the momentum of getting into it at all. I'd like to do more of it, especially like during the day. Because during the weekday, that's when the EU crowd is racing. So there's people on. If you go on at like US evening time, it's pretty dead. Might as well just go to iRacing. Maybe skid marks? I'm sure I've got a couple. Jesus, I do really want to go see that. I want to see if I was just completely wrong there or what. Is this Lemons? No, this is Spa. Mike, how you doing, brother? I'm fighting for P last. I've got 2 incidents here. It's not great. I don't know what it is about the American audience. I don't know if it's an IMSA license. I mean, personally, I like all the tracks. I prefer their track selection. Like, of course, I wish they had Daytona, Nords, Road America, Road Atlanta, you know. I wish that stuff was in here, for sure. But, like, I would much rather race at, trying to think of a track like Fuji than, you know, half the stuff that iRacing is going to go to over the course of a season. I like the limited track selection. You're less likely to get a dead week because people don't want to go. That's my 2 cents. I know that's not super popular, but I mean, for me, I'd rather iRacing have half the tracks they actually have and just focus on maintaining them versus like, hey, we need to add Sandown, because who gives a shit, you know? People driving Nords. Nice thing about that is they would kill themselves, and so you'd be just flying off, you know, chilling. Man, I wish I'd gotten that last quali lap in. I probably would have gotten pole or pretty close to it. That last lap was moving. Hard to tell about all the overlays. Yeah, true. And unfortunately, I can't move them. Well, maybe they've added that since I've last played, but yeah, you can't move them. Oh, Lemon's being LMU. I got you, brother. I got you. Thought you meant the track. Yeah, this is the Ultimate. Yes, you got it. They would. They would. Yeah, I think they're still stuck. Oh, are they? It'd be cool, man. If you can move on that, would actually be massive. But they're also still, like, warped on my screen. The triple ultra wide. It's not a well-supported, configuration in LMU. Ah, come on. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. I've done it so many times. There is something about that here. Dang it. Damn. Still got 5 minutes to go. So let's see, I've got 3 spins in 15 minutes. Can we make it 4 for 20? Not spins necessarily. These tires are cooked, brother. It's funny, it's still like mid-70s. The steering, it goes so light right there. And my steering wheel's a little cockeyed to the right. I think that was from the first impact. Oh, right there. I need my light. Yeah, I have noticed a couple times where if I carry too much speed into the final chicane there, it's very easy to spin the rear. As you just saw. But you also feel like if you don't go hard into a lot of these corners, you're losing a ton of time. Just watch out for the LMP2, simulated flat spotting. Oh yeah, I think it's in this one too, isn't it? I feel like I've done that before. And you actually feel like it's crazy. You really feel it through the wheel. I think that's in this. I'll do it when we like cross the line. Wait, that's true, yeah. Weight transfer is very noticeable. I don't think this is bad at all. I actually like it a lot. I just think it's like, it's so different from iRacing. I feel like you'd have to really spend some time to like kind of get acclimated or feel really confident with it. Hard to lock up a GT3, true. We'll see if we can put it to the test. Yeah, I do like it. I really do enjoy it. We still got a lot of weird issues to figure out. When I first jumped in, I jumped into a practice session, and then it just, all the servers crashed. Right there. I did it again. How the fuck do I keep doing that? I don't get it. Damn. Yeah, for sure. No ABS. Man. I'm gonna get disqualified from this race. Monza's next, so let's really double down. I guess I'm just carrying too much speed there. I mean, obviously. Keep me around for days that I have a bad night in iRacing so I can do something I care less about. Yeah, I think for me, I like it as something that when the sprint race for the week and the IMSA race for the week are not at places that I want to race at, like LMU's a fun choice. But now they have the regionals, it's like, it's pretty hard to have a week where there's not something in GT3s that I want to race. LMP2 at Fuji, nice. Yeah, definitely. It's that one spot in particular. I know there's a little elevation change going on there too. Certainly hurting me, but it's a skill issue. I just obviously don't spend a lot of time here. I need to. Has been fun to drive this car though. Pretty sure this is the first time I've ever driven the Lexus. I think we'll go something different next. I don't know what. Corvette I really do like in LMU. Corvette's pretty fun. Porsche actually kind of hate in LMU, which is really strange. because obviously I love it in iRacing, or historically have. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I'm getting like this weird glimmering from the where the dash meets the windshield. Oh, of course. Like the Merc. This guy's like, please just don't kill me. He doesn't have a rear wing.
Lap 2, 24.82.
Struggle myself, buddy. Don't worry. We're all in it. Yeah, it's nice. Well, it's graphics glitch. Yeah. Just a weird, like, metallic shimmering. Almost like something you'd see in VR. The other thing. Being new to iRacing, I need to practice or to pace myself on tracks long enough. Gosh. I'm gonna blow the motor one of these times. Yeah, that's the nice thing about iRacing. It's funny, people obviously shit on the model like big time. And I saw a Reddit thread, it was like a week ago, and somebody's like, here's what they should do. They should make it so that the subscription is $30 a month, but it includes everything, so you don't have to buy any content. And I'm like, hey, that sounds great if you're brand new. Brother, I've been on this thing for 10 years. Like, I've owned all the content you could care about in sports car racing for the last like 5 years. I've paid less money by doing that. Like, you know, like at some point there's a break even. Like, no, I would actually rather not pay that. I'd rather pay my $80 some a year to access the service and have access to all the stuff I've bought over the years. It's a lot cheaper that way. It's just fascinating, the perspectives, because I get the idea that, you know, when you're brand new and like, hey, I've got to buy everything, like, yeah, it does suck, I agree with you. But at the same time, like, over the long haul, kind of works out. And then when you really sit down and factor in like cost per hour and think about it like a hobby instead of like a $60 video game, like, iRacing is probably the cheapest hobby I've ever had. Maybe not the rig, but the actual software itself. There's a tire. That's fascinating. Alright, I wasn't going to do it this time. Saw I was going way too hot. Alright, did we finish? Did we win? Did we win? No? Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to lock up. Let's try it. Actually, I need to see this replay. Flat 4. I don't know if that worked or not. No. Did not work. Alright, let's go see this thing. How does this work? Watch? Potentially? Lap? Not 10. I can't do that. How do we go back? Timing. Driving. Can't do that 4. Is there like a... Okay. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if there's a better angle to see this, so we'll just go from here maybe? I don't know. Maybe this is good? I don't know how well y'all can see this. Scared to like go too far forward. That was a big mistake on my part. I mean, I'm on his ass. He's braking at like the weirdest places. I was gonna go there, it wasn't open. But then he went wide. What the fuck kind of physics is that, honestly? Seriously? That's stupid. That's really stupid. Alright, let me see from his point of view. Can I do that? Or am I gonna screw this up? There we go. So he goes wide, probably a little nervous I was gonna go in. I just ran into him. That's certainly my fault. I don't know how well y'all can see that. But like, I'm obviously gonna make some contact here. So no, he didn't do anything wrong. That was 100% my fault. I think just stupid physics. Stupid physics, but definitely my fault. He definitely didn't go as wide as he could have. Not that he's required to. How do we like... Yeah, he wasn't really trying to use the green much. But anyway, this is actually confusing me to death. Yeah, I think for me, definitely my fault. I made the contact. It doesn't make any sense for me to spin there. But what are you going to do? All right. Oh, this is going to be me. Did I get reported? Why DT? I don't know what DT is. Oh, drive through. You will be reported for that idiot. Oh yeah, that was me. I'm going to get reported. Fuck. Let's see. iRacing I bought a lot, but I got sick of the new bullshit tracks. Yeah, for sure. I think it's very normal. Like, they got to a point, this is going to be big drops here. They got to a point where they just kept adding so much stuff that people really just don't care about. You know, there's only so many spas you can release to get people excited about things. They don't show you the drops and the whatevers anymore, or is this supposed to be it? I have no idea. All right, let me go back, 'cause I'd like to race again and I don't want to miss it. All right, how do we... Yeah, I don't really care. It's all good. If they don't ban people, I really should share this video in Discord. Please tell me I didn't just miss it. I didn't miss it, so that's good. If they don't ban people for like literally intentionally wrecking people, which I saw in in a YouTube video the other day, like I don't think they're gonna ban me for that. So I mean, I couldn't care less if they do, to be honest. It's whatever. So next, so all this stuff that used to be broken down by like bronze, silver, gold, but I guess it's not. I don't like this any. This is just confusing to me. Upcoming is different than next. These are the ones that I guess are, if you don't go to these, then you get to try these. And then there's a schedule. I do like that they cross through it. I also wish that you could set it to 12-hour time, because not everybody's European. Or I guess I should say some people are American. So I don't like looking at it in 1640. Doesn't help me at all. All right. So I don't like all this. I just am not a fan of this. It'd be cool if like at the top it was like, hey, starts in 20 minutes, starts in 25 minutes, 20, you know, whatever. 24-hour time. Yeah, for some people, not for me. 12 hours is what I've used all my life. So for me, it's the opposite. All right, P3s and GT3. Oh, okay. I don't really want to do that right now. So we'll do this as we get flashbanged. So it's normal Monza, presumably. Looks like it. RR heavy. I don't even know what that means. RR heavy, RR progressing. I don't know. All right, register. What to drive? What to drive? Oh, they've added some liveries. That's cool. They didn't have all these last time. I want to do Porsche. No for chicane. Oh, okay. That's actually awesome. I'll take that. Oh, must have some military time. Yeah, I can't do that. When you work nights and live in a country that's dark at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. 24-hour. Why? Why does that make more sense for those reasons? I think it just, whatever you're used to makes sense. You know, like if somebody says, hey, it's 1800 hours, I'm like, all right, so let's see, 13 is 1, 14 is 2. You know, if I have to do math to figure out what it means, it definitely doesn't make more sense to me, you know? All right, this one I've driven a lot because it's the free car, so I won't do that. Maybe we'll go Lambo. Why not? I'm a woman driven by dreams. Let's do it. Join practice. Oh, let's go. Yeah, I think it's just whatever people are used to. For me, I need it. Like, I don't, like, literally nothing I look at uses 24-hour time ever. So whenever it happens, it's just like, ugh. Is there an option in the settings to change it? No, of course not. Yeah, that's all. Oh, there you go. I think I'm gonna start running more oval stuff on iRacing. I haven't been enjoying sports cars. Yeah, that's a nice thing. You can dabble. It's always something to find and enjoy. Formula cars, you know, 24-hour bars closing right. Yeah, but I mean, like, I still, like, all right, so 8 p.m. You know, I know what that is immediately. Like, I don't know. 1 a.m. So is all the stuff at night this week because of Halloween, right? I feel like I saw that somewhere. All right, wave me on. I have no force feedback again. Because of course not. There it is. What did I pick? Lambo, that's right. Got the screen activated and everything. Ooh. Definitely sounds better than the Lexus. I was about to lift. Forgot. No chicane. Oh wow. That doesn't seem realistic, right? Like you wouldn't actually. Just kidding. Just kidding. It just loses the feedback. Like, what the fuck? Like, literally right in the middle of that, feedback just goes away. I mean, not like actually goes away, but basically goes away. You get heavy feedback on entry, a little bit on exit, none in the middle. So strange. Like, I'm trying to get my practice laps in, bro. Get out of my way. Oh, can you hit these? Okay. Probably important to figure that out, actually. Alright, so we have GT3s and LMPs in here. I have to remember that. Oh man, there's no... Rip. I'm so used to looking on the left for that little green strip for braking in iRacing. It's not here. Did they fix the force feedback spike bug? People joining servers yet? I don't know. I haven't seen it myself here. But I've only done about 3 sessions. Man, that's so strange. I'm not sure what's worse, people being able to talk or just flash you with their lights. Because they think, hey, I'm on a hot lap, you need to get out of my way. Yep, there you go. Hit me some more. Whew. Honestly, that was all instinct. I had no feedback at all. Makes no sense to me. Hit me. It's just obnoxious, honestly. It's like this weird sense of entitlement that I think is portrayed or conveyed when people flash like that. Like, I'm flashing you because you need to get out of my way. It's like, fuck off. Yeah, as literally 30 seconds ago, I was just thinking the same thing myself. I can see how it's not going to be appealing to many, that's for sure. I don't know why it wants to keep pushing me off the track. Yeah, then he exactly. Where are the brakes? I'm just going too deep. Yeah, I mean, any of the modern console games are going to look visually better than these for sure. I don't think it looks that good at night. Like, it definitely looks better in a daytime situation. At least graphically. Ooh, too much. That wasn't a... Okay. Going back and forth. Going back and forth between green and yellow. Not sure where the track limits are. Less ABS? Yeah, maybe. I think too, like, just getting everything up to temp. I'll give it a couple more and see how we go. Track limits for that? Interesting. Alright, let's see if at least this time it'll hold. Oh, we need to stay on the track though. A little earlier on the brakes. It actually doesn't like officially come out until like right when the season starts, like that Monday. So yeah, it's actually pretty late. Now, if there's a certain series that you like, that you're focused on, you can often go to the forums for that specific series or car and find, what was submitted from the community manager for the schedule. And that'll generally be the one. But if you really need to know like 100%, no doubts, I would just wait until that Monday. One thing I do really hate about this thing is this red, white, and blue Porsche situation. So these cars have joined the session after I did. And so instead of loading in the artwork, they just load in a base, template. Base. It's not a Porsche necessarily, it's something else. They just don't load it in. Also, I'm probably running 100% fuel. It's probably part of the problem. Version. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's ways to find it if you want to look up kind of the most likely situation, but you need to be 100% certain. Yeah, it just looks terrible. And you think to yourself, like, so they already have all the car, like, it's not an infinite, I don't know, it just seems like they could do a better job than this. It looks dumb. See, I'm definitely running 100% fuel, or virtual energy, or whatever bullshit they want to call it. What? Oh wait, I'm not doing the LMU thing. I'm supposed to be flashing my lights at him to tell him I'm superior to you. You need to yield to me, sir. Yeah, starting to feel a lot better now. I mean, it looks like the car's just skating off the track. There's no, it's not generating a shadow. It just looks so weird. Voice chat and Morse code. I like that. Alright, there's an LMP3 behind me. Presumably they're faster, right? He gone. Too early. Barely. That's what I hear when I see flashing lights. That's only, oh, it did go yellow. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's not exactly. It could literally be anything, which is crazy. Wow. Never saw that until I visually saw it. Interesting. God. I could also do better with that. Anybody yelling at me? Alright, let's drop this energy down because I'm gonna guess, we'll just assume 7. I'll do some math to figure that out. Could be a dentist and I'll be there. Yeah, true. Yeah, I knew I went a little too deep, a little too hard in there, but I don't know, I didn't think that was gonna happen. And it just, from a force feedback point of view, you don't feel it. Like, that's bad. Person gonna stop in the fast lane again, or come on. Alright, so just also as a heads up for you guys, I am gonna stream tonight. iRacing, IMSA, Monza. In the wet, presumably? I'm not sure on that part, actually. Wow, it's insane how much easier it is to slow down when you have half the fuel. No wonder I was struggling so much. On the track we go. I need to find a way. I don't think you can actually turn off all the virtual mirrors. Or I should say the rear view mirrors, the side mirrors, all that stuff. I don't think there's a way to turn those off, but keep the virtual mirror on. Which is like real stupid. I'm still getting like 90 FPS, but I bet I would get a whole lot more if I was able to turn this stuff off. And still leave the virtual one on? Did they change that? There used to be a button that you could toggle all the mirrors, but there wasn't a way to just keep the virtual one on. I could turn everything else off, or I could leave like the center one on. It's not, I forget all the specifics, but it would basically toggle mirrors, but there's no way to just give me the virtual one like I do in iRacing. Like in iRacing, I don't have any of the side view mirrors on or anything, because it saves so much FPS. Whew. This feels infinitely better with half the fuel. Color me shocked. Why didn't I stop there? Not sure. Huh. Oh, hey, Porsche. Oh. We're good. I hate the, like, I wish there was just two settings, off or on. Off the track, right back on the track. I don't think these tires are quite warm up. Alright, we're good. We're good. Oh, my event's starting. Oh, now it spins out. Yeah, the Porsche, if that's what you're talking about, that's not a actual... It's not an actual car model. Alright, I'm gonna hop up real quick, hit a quick bio, and then get into this thing. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go. Start driving. Still feel like that just looks so bad. So bad. How many people are in this session? Doesn't look like many. I'd be real happy if that was more tamed. Oh, okay. I guess I have to go to the garage. Got it. Join my event. Damn it. Hit the wrong button. Might need like a confirmation on that one. Like, hey, you're about to leave the game completely. Would you really like to do that? No. No, I would not. Man. I feel like this whole like daylight savings time has caught up with me. Alright, car setup. We're only gonna need, we'll say 3 laps. Whew. See if we can get like a decent start. I mean, hell, the last one I was P3. I could qualify, but I couldn't race. Which doesn't seem like me at all, to be honest. I feel like you're skating a little bit through there. Anybody know what the meta car is supposed to be this week at Monza? Holy shit. What's the GT3 this week? I haven't looked at any of the setup shops. Wow. Holy cold tires. Also in iRacing, if I wasn't if that wasn't obvious. Oh yeah. I forgot that he did those. Does he do those on Mondays? Maybe I'll have to go try to find it. I would do something like that. I don't feel like I'm good enough at the cars to have the ability to put a good one out. I bet you that would get so many views. Damn, that's actually a good idea. Because everybody wants to know, even if it's, you know, kind of a slightly above average driver such as myself. Probably pretty engaging. Alright, let's try to see if we can get a decent lap in here. Get one more race in. Maybe go see what's going on in iRacing land. I need to eat some lunch at some point. I'm assuming the Ford's gonna be pretty good? I don't know. 3K drivers weekly bot videos. Hell yeah, I should do something like that. Fuck. Really? I don't think this is gonna be the lap. How did I didn't get anything for that? I didn't get a track limits violation. How? I mean, I guess I got penalized with the time, but damn. Rather watch that. Honestly, true. I would too. I feel like it'd be so much more relevant to me. That's a really good point. And just use something common, like we're just gonna use VRS. You know. What does he do? Does he use a setup shop, or does he just go with like baseline or fixed, or not baseline but fixed maybe? I'm assuming he uses one of the setup shops. He's probably a high mode guy, maybe. Shit. Alright. Let's see if we can get a lap in. Apex. Gotcha. He usually sues Apex. I know what you mean. Kind of perfect. Alright. I don't think that lap time's gonna be very good. Oh, the crew's ready for a pit stop? I've still never done a pit stop in LMU. Way too cautious. Too early. Might be able to get another lap in. I'm not sure about fuel. No. I feel like I've never done this before. It'd be awesome if I could get another lap in. But fuel's not gonna work. My NRG.
That
Yeah.
time was a 1:43.77.
Not great. 14th. Oof. Alright, so we can find some pace in the race. There's one LMP. I think that guy's gonna win. I'm about to run out of fuel here. I don't know why I'm struggling to slow the car down right there. Way too much. Stop and go penalty. Exceeded energy allowance limit. Shit. I love lamp. Car's dead. That's what it feels like. Alright, quality's over now anyway, so let's go. And it does the weird freeze thing. That I think is also creepy. Stop go penalty. Oh, it shows on the thing. Alright, we're not going to quit to the main menu this time because I'm not an idiot. Something just blinked at me. What the hell was that? What was that, Mike? Weird. I heard a sound I don't think I've ever heard before. Then I just kind of assumed like, oh, that must have been in, what's it called? Steam, but I guess not. All right, so I'm going to assume 7 laps. It's a 20-minute race, right? Isn't it 20 minutes? Maybe it's more than that. I don't really know. Actually, I have no idea. Oh, it beeps when it goes. I gotcha. I don't know how long this thing's going to last. 32-minute race. Wait, what? That's not what I was expecting. Okay, maybe take all the fuel? Holy shit, I don't know how to do pit stops at all. Does it like 32 minutes though? That's not that much. But the lap times are 1:43. Let's just assume they're 2-minute laps. I mean, that's still 16, which this thing's saying.
Teams and drivers go to the grid.
I can only get
for a
12
race
laps.
start.
How do I get 12 laps out of a full tank? Is it like escalated or I don't know what to call that? Like enhanced? Like it burns twice as fast or something? 75% is 55. Yeah, but this is different. This is a 32-minute race. I don't know if you can see it or my face is covering it, but... So we're going to run with 100, because I don't know what else to do. And we'll go from there. So some people have others. So a lot of people are running 100. There's one person on 86, one person on 71%. But everybody else I see is on 100%. Your boy has no idea what to do here. Save target. I have
Formation lap
no
has
idea.
started.
Whatever. We'll just rip it, see what happens. I guess I should figure some of this stuff out. It's also not very self-explanatory. Slow down, catch up. Slow down, catch up. Where are we? Oh, we're in Parabolica. Oh, and I have no fucking force feedback of this game. Thank God for that button. Are y'all slowing down? Alright. See how everything's elongated there on the UI?
Green flag, green flag.
I just like to put my pit limiter on and then hold the gas all the way and then just let it off when it clicks. People are here. People are here. Look at your little radar. Give the guys a radar, still can't figure out how to drive. It's definitely going to be a little sketchy through here. Cold tires and all. Whew. Somehow survived. Gotta remember I got a ton of leaders on board too, so she's gonna be heavy. Presumably it'll tell me I have to pit at some point. I would imagine. I've seen it come up and say earlier like, hey, you know, crew's ready for a pit stop or whatever, so hopefully it'll do that again. I don't know. Getting spicy back there. Really?
Time 158.20.
30 minutes remaining. This is the longest race I've ever done. Have more than enough? Really? I'm confused by that, to be honest. It says 18 laps. But I don't think it was showing that much in the fuel tank. Like in the car setup thing. We'll find out. I guess I don't really care, right? Like, I'm trying to have some fun with it. Oh. God, you fucking guys. Return the position. I have 10 seconds for somebody else to pass me and I don't even fucking know who it was. Cool. It's you. Like literally they just stopped on the freaking corner. Like what are these? Gotta imagine my front end looks horrific after that. All I see is a little bit of a yellow bumper on the front. I don't know. I would assume it would be worse than that. That was a hard hit. You gonna go test you next week at... Oh, really? Talking about GT3?
Lap 145.53.
Nice. Love that. Are we up a couple positions? I don't know. I don't remember where I started. Yeah, shit, I'm up 9. 13th. Love it, man. That's awesome. So is it like an Evo? It'd be so cool if they just dropped that with the next season's release. Oh, death. Not trying to pass you, I just need to be able to see. Jesus. No way he's gonna make the corner like that, right? Thanks. That's kind of screwed us both there. Like, why wouldn't you just go a little wide? Carry the momentum.
5.32.
God, there's a lot of people behind. Who am I gonna follow? Not the Merc. Man, that guy just got freaking murdered. He's gotta have a penalty for that, right? The guy said, give it back! Give it back! I was ahead the apex. FIA rules. What's up, Jason? V8 twin turbo. Fortunate it's not a 12, but I'll take it. Oh, come on. No penalty. No penalty. Alright, I think the heat's off a little bit now.
Lap 1.
Something must have happened behind.
82.
My God, what kind of run does this guy have? Got that Mustang. Got that Merc power, he just drove right past me. I'm here. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't, Jason, if you're still in here, I was just thinking, me and Nodwell need some tips for endurance racing, man. We feel like we suck at the strategy. And we just keep getting hosed. I feel like we have good pace for our splits, but just can't always, or just can't seem to come up with the right strategy to be super efficient. And I'm guessing it comes down to not being able to save fuel. Or not trying to, I guess is the real thing. I'll take the track limits cut. Worth it. Yeah, half of 3, take it. But anyway, I was thinking about that. We started looking for some different tools to help us out. And I thought we probably should put something in our Discord. Why the fuck? Hit it at 100 like every other time. So weird. Couldn't have had that much more speed. Alright, up to 12. I'll take that. 10 spots up. Great qualifying effort, by the way. Just putting that out there. Two boys behind are battling, and then there's 3.5 seconds, so I like where I'm at. Obviously, I'd love to go a little bit further forward. I don't know how that Mercedes has that much straight pace. Breathing. He was a lap down. I think. A little bit of Monza practice for tonight. Go to iRacing. Fuck me. Woo! Caught it! I'm not lifting. Yeah, true. Really good point. I forgot I completely ass-backed that too. Really good point. This is a recovery operation. Car does sound awesome. It's true, we're barely getting to 6th gear going into Parabolica. Hold it now. Alright, McLaren, you're going by. Must be nice to have a front end that's fully intact. Come on, Toompy. Toompy. Must be nice. Yeah, must be nice. Maybe it's your rear end that I smashed earlier. I don't really remember who it was, to be honest. Whew. Bleeding time over here. I feel like my line's good. I'm attacking everything well. I'm just gonna bleed time the rest of this freaking race, which is super annoying. How much time we got? 20 minutes. Okay. That sucks, actually. So my daughter and I came up with this thing where we're going to try to watch, like, I'm not really sure the number, but either the top 5 or the top 10 Christmas movies between basically now and Christmas. I'd be curious to hear some opinions if you guys have any, and maybe some movies that I have not considered. But around here, man, I love Halloween. I love Halloween. I wouldn't say I'm a huge, like, I don't do anything for it specifically. I just love the holiday. But on November 1st, Christmas goes up in my house. Christmas is completely up in my house. And we haven't put anything outside, no lights, you know, any of that yet. But we have I think we have 4 Christmas trees around the house, which is ridiculous. They're all up. All decorations inside the house for Christmas are fully erect. Oh, for Christ. How? Changing places. That is it's a funny one. I never think about that as a Christmas movie. But true. Die Hard 100%. That's the best Christmas movie in my opinion. And just for context, she's 14. So there will be some things that she's gonna want to watch, like she said that it's so funny. She said the OG Grinch movie. I was like, oh, the OG one. Okay, that's the one from 1966. I can go find that. She's like, no, the live action one. I said, all right, girl, I got you. Hands, Bubby. That's such a great movie. I love that movie so much. But yeah, so I'm thinking, I actually have never seen A Christmas Story all the way through. So that's on the list. The Grinch is on the list. Die Hard. Changing Places, I'm not sure if she would withstand that one, but I could try. A Miracle on 34th Street. That was improvised? Wow. The one cool thing, maybe we talked about this before, one thing I always found super fascinating about that movie, when he was being dropped from, you know, when his watch was taken off and he was dropped at the very end of the movie, apparently they were supposed to like count to 3 and then do it, you know, for the stunt. And apparently they just did it on 1. And so his reaction is like natural. He was actually like, oh shit. Which, really pretty cool. I don't even remember where I heard that or saw that. Yeah, Rickman, yep. But yeah, phenomenal movie. I would even consider the second Die Hard as a Christmas movie too. Not as good as the first, but pretty damn good, to be honest. I love all the Die Hard movies. I mean, the first 3 are classic in my opinion. With a Vengeance, I love that movie. Some of the other ones are a little challenging, you know, Live Free or Die Hard, and I like the tech aspect of that one. That was cool, the whole fire sale thing, but unfortunately leaned a little too hard into the millennial stuff for that movie. Oh, come on. I feel like I'm just getting very different conditions going into a lot of these corners. I don't really understand it. I'm guessing I'm just doing something slightly different every time, but it's like one time I go in, it's a crazy orange steer. One time I can barely get the car to stop, like just brakes. I don't know, man. It's nuts. Yeah. True. I feel like one of the best bad guys ever is, I don't remember his name, but the guy from Inglourious Bastards. And many other things. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I can't remember his name. Phenomenal actor. I thought we were in the next corner. Fuck! I thought we were just coming out of the second one and going down the straight. God damn it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I thought we just exited the second one. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Fucking A, man. I can't believe I did that. Christopher Waltz. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's so frustrating. I get it. 100%. I would be pissed. I guess y'all can't see that. Probably because of my camera. I'll hide it in my camera so you can see it. There it goes. Oh, I can't believe I did that, man. I legitimately thought we had just come out of the second one. Degna? I don't remember what it's called. And, I thought we were going down the straight. That's why I looked up. I was like, oh, I have time. I can read chat. I looked up, and I just ran square into the back of him. Damn it. Lesmo, that's right. I feel like it's the first time I've done something that stupid while streaming. Maybe not. Feels like it. I mean, I just destroyed him. This camera, I cannot figure out these camera angles. There we go. I'm sure there's a way to change it, but I don't know. So stupid. Like, so stupid. Wow. Clearly, I never even touched the brakes. Because I didn't realize where we were. I literally never hit the brakes until we were way into the dirt, or in the kitty litter. Fuck. Oh my god, that was so stupid. That was actually a lot of fun, man. The race was awesome until that point. Wish I could, like... just absolutely crush this dude. I'll take a look at the front end too. So stupid. So stupid. Is there a way to look at my car? Like I'd be curious to see what kind of damage I had on the front before this. It's so frustrating. I'd be so pissed off if I was him. Yeah, whatever. I guess it is what it is. Respectful for him, or respect to him. He's being very, very kind. Frustration. I hate to stop on that. I really do. Why is this not going? There we go. Man. 2 o'clock. So frustrated. Also, YouTube playing on the TV and wake up to a stream. The algorithm works. Wait, what? I fall asleep with YouTube playing in the TV and wake up to a stream. The algorithm works. That's like I said, just recommended it to you right away. Man, I'm bummed now. 1, the race was actually pretty good, and 2, I just feel bad that I completely destroyed that guy. Like, it'd be cool if that wasn't such an absolute blast. How do you get out of here? Quit. Man. It does. It's just frustrating. It doesn't. It's just not. That's a very uncommon L, in my opinion. Yeah. Just left it on autoplay. Fell asleep. Automatically joined my stream. Oh wow. Okay. Hell yeah, brother. I'll take the views. Thanks, man. All right. Actually, I'll probably get to just restart the computer once I start doing some iRacing stuff. Just because it'll be easier to get all the right software up. Nice. Noise. Hell yeah, brother, indeed. Huh. That's cool. At least you got a stream achievement out of it. Oh, is that what that was? That makes sense. I heard a beep at some point. I was like, wait, what the hell is that? That was just a sound I never heard before. Dead of night, complete a race or session at night. I went hard on that one, you know. I really need to get back into some Euro Trucking Simulator. I'm surprised it's only 12 hours. I've played iRacing for a total of 5 hours, guys. I just need you to know that. Race room. I hear this thing is actually awesome. Maybe I should actually download some of this stuff. F1 2016, 15 hours. Wow. Dirt Rally, 2 hours. ACC, 16 minutes. Really loving that game. It's been great. 30 minutes for AC. An hour for American trucking. I don't know why, but Euro trucking I just enjoyed more. Definitely enjoyed that one. 5 hours of practice lobbies in the last week. Probably more like, dude, was so much. I mean, damn, I feel like I've streamed more than hell. I mean, just the endurance race was a 4-hour stream. Now, granted, I only drove 1 hour, you know, only one stint in there. But yeah. Tried to download the race room update the other day. Yeah, exactly. Oh, because I don't know. Like, I've never messed with it, but after seeing so many people talk about it, I was like, man, I should maybe try that. I was kind of wanted to play some of this again. Not this game, but like a more up-to-date golf game. I enjoy those. Halo Infinite. Never really got into that one. Love Halo, though. Did I ever mess with any of this? Grand Theft Auto Legacy. 4 hours. Elder Scrolls. Elite Dangerous. We played this a little bit. Elite Dangerous in VR. Awesome. Triples also really awesome. Dead Rising. No, what's the one I'm thinking of? Left 4 Dead. That was so much fun. 28 minutes. 2 minutes? When did I play it on something? Must not have been PC. PGA Tour 2K21. The 14 hours. Did I buy this game? Doesn't sound like me. I think it's still been funky for triples. I wouldn't be opposed to just playing it on the single screen, to be honest. Just for fun. Halo coming to PlayStation. Yeah, it's actually really unfortunate. Like, of all the I've played, dude, I don't know. I guess they don't have it anymore, but I played Counter-Strike when it was Counter-Strike beta back in 98, I think it was. Maybe it was 99, something like that. And I've played all of them, and there's just nothing like Halo. That game was so great. So great. Oh, I forgot that I scheduled a short. I'm so happy about this. So I'll tell you the quick little story. So every time I post a short where anything even like remotely weird happens, right? Anytime. Like this short. I guess I can play it. And honestly, that's kind of half the battle.
1-6. Car on, clear on the right.
That was strange. And honestly, that's kind of half the battle. So, if you know anything about iRacing, you know where to look to see if contact was made, right? And every time I post anything for the uninitiated that don't understand this stuff, every time it's something kind of questionable like that, I just get so many comments like, oh man, you just post things of you killing people and, all this stuff. So I'm so glad somebody was like, hey, you killed this guy, and, some people, up thumbed it or whatever, right? I'm so glad, because then I have part 2. Never touched him, by the way. Watch, I'll post that on YouTube as a short. Oh my god, you're posting yourself murdering people. Never touched him, by the way. Watch, I'll post that on YouTube as a short. Oh my god, you're posting yourself murdering people. Never touched him, by the way. I'm so glad. I want to tag that guy. I want to go tag that guy and be like, hey, this one's for you, bro. I'm telling you, man, every single time. And somehow that freaking short got 21,000 views. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Oh, shit. Inception moment. Yeah. Well, you see, this is behind the scenes. I guess I hope y'all see all this. I'm on desktop. Yeah. Little behind the scenes action there. Oh, the Trump pic of him in Master Chief armor makes me not want to touch Halo ever again. Jesus. Oh, yeah. So I love it when that happens because it happens all the time and most of the time is annoying. So this time I was like, oh, this is gonna be perfect. And you can see like most of my shorts get a couple thousand views. A good one will, hit 5 figures. But yeah, for that one to hit 21,000, that's awesome. I think I have one that has like 60,000. There's one. It's like they're like the dumbest things ever. This one has 66,000 views. I'm like, what is it? Not good enough here. Not good enough here. Like that's nothing. That got 66,000 views. Like, what? Okay, cool. See, anyway, this is like, that's the third most. I don't know why 23 is less than 10 for some reason, but it's somewhere in that neighborhood. It's definitely top 5 for any short I've ever posted. But anyway, car got unsettled on the curb. Yep, that's true. True. So good, dude. So good. Triggers to keep them straight. Actually, 100% true. 100% true. I've noticed that. Like if I have a short and it's like 15 or 20 seconds, it does horribly. Like horribly. If you can keep them to like 5 to 7 seconds, so much better. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Can we even get a feel for that here? So sort by views. This is definitely not 100%, but like, look, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 11. I'm surprised that one got, at 14 seconds. But you start going down 15, 12, 6. It's well, it's not really a good. I posted a lot of shorts. Maybe we should go to the end here or sort by the other direction. I got some that are coming out that have not been posted. Like 1,000. I guess I don't really do it anymore. Like here's one. How not to bleed off a slowdown in iRacing. It's 29 seconds. I got 28 views. 30 seconds to 76 views. And they might be terrible. I mean, let's go find out. When was this posted? I don't see a date anywhere. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is pretty old because this was when my rig was on the other side of the wall here, which that's been at least like a year and a half, maybe. Oh my God.
There's an infinite behind. Left side. Clear on the left.
You idiot. I can't believe I
Left
did that.
side. Clear.
I'm so stupid sometimes. It's great. All right, I don't even know what happened. So I gotta slow down.
Oh my God.
There's an infinite behind. Left side.
Oh my God.
Clear on the left.
You idiot.
What an
I
idiot.
can't believe I did
Left
that.
side.
Okay. Anyway, you can see very clearly, very long shorts do not do well. Oh, good times. Good times. Anywho, this is exciting. I'm going to have to go tag this guy. I need him to see this. It'll be hysterical. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, man. The algorithm works in mysterious ways. Don't quit. Dude, it's wild. I've definitely done little like experiments almost to try to figure out like what works maybe a little bit better than others and things like that. Right now I'm trying to play with timing. So what I've heard and read a lot about is that if you post a short like 6 or so hours before people are kind of like, you know, home and settled and dinner's done and like this, you know, scrolling time, give it like 6 hours before that. It's like it has a little bit of time to like simmer, and then it's more likely to kind of like get pushed out. So what I used to do is I would post shorts at like 10 a.m. Eastern, and I would do that every other day. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm going to start putting them out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern and see if that changes some of their performance. But for me, the only reason I do shorts, one, it's kind of fun, to be honest. I like having the button. It's about as literally as easy as you can imagine to get a short out for me. It takes no time at all. So I do it for that, certainly, but the primary motivation, of course, is to get people to watch a short, to engage with the short, to see more of them, and eventually come to my YouTube channel and watch videos or live streams or whatever. And I don't know how well that does. I mean, you can look at the analytics. It's I don't know. I don't feel like it does a really great job of breaking that down. Like, hey, it shows you how many people found your channel through shorts, but that just means they found a short. It doesn't mean like they found the primary pieces of content that you like to create and they found it originally from a short. That's interesting. But to say like, hey, they found your shorts through shorts, like, no shit, YouTube. Like yeah, I get it. But if they found the streams and started watching your live streams because of the shorts, to me is extremely valuable information. And unfortunately, they don't really do that, or not that I've found. Stick of truth. God, that was fun. So anywho, that's kind of how I do it. I'm trying some different stuff out right now, just playing with the timing of it to see if I can shake that up a little bit. I bet there's a third-party tool. I'm sure there is. I've never really looked too hard for it, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of what I've done. I did play one of these games. Yeah, that one, 15 hours. Dang. So anywho, but that's the goal. For me, I think I've figured out that live streaming is the thing I enjoy doing the most, and that is just more fun than doing YouTube videos. I'm terrible at editing, and there's some people that do a really good job of taking a race video and chopping it up and showing you like action, and then something just happened like from the cockpit view, so then they do like a kind of like a replay from an iRacing camera or something like that, and there's commentary over top of it and all these things. And those can be interesting. I actually find I actually don't enjoy watching those videos. And so I've definitely thought about that a lot when it comes to like, well, what do I want to do? Well, if I'm spending time building YouTube content, like, what do I want to do? And I think the best advice I've ever seen people receive or give, I guess, for that question is kind of like, make stuff that you want to watch, Don't make stuff because it's going to get a click. Don't make stuff because, which this is kind of contradictory. Like, don't make stuff because it's what other people want to watch. Because truth be told, if you're making stuff that you're not really interested, don't really want to watch, you're not really going to make it for very long. So do stuff that you personally enjoy, that you want to watch, And so I'm trying to stick to that rule. So for me, it's like, even just making race videos, people are doing a lot of the edits and a lot of the things like that. Like, I don't enjoy them. I really don't. Like, I would rather watch, if it was going to be something in that format, I would prefer to see like a montage of sorts, like, hey, I did a bunch of races this week and here's like, like shorts, level clips. Here's, 5 or 10 to 15 second clips of the craziest shit that happened in all of my officials this week. Like, that's cool. I would watch that. But if it's like a 25-minute video of like one of, you're one official that you're playing it from a bunch of angles, I don't know. I don't really get into it. And so I've in a lot of ways, I stopped posting those race videos from my streams myself because I don't really want to watch those. I kind of don't want to put them out. But then I also am like, well, I got to put something out. So I'm not really sure what to do. That doesn't require a ton of editing because I'm not good at stuff like that. I am a nerdy computer person, but when it comes to the creative side of being an editor, I don't have an eye for it. And I know, I guess time would do that, but I don't know. None of these third parties to edit their videos. I'll never understand how guys like influencing cinema maybe sometimes on top of being competitive. Yeah, I would assume he's using an editor, but maybe not. Maybe he's just really good at it. And like his videos, I don't watch them. I don't enjoy them. Even like Dave Cam, I watched his stuff for a long time. And I just, at some point, just kind of got bored of him, It's just not, it's not him. Like, he's awesome. I like him a lot. But it's like just basically posting a race video from your, like just, I don't know. It's basically the same thing, it's always the same thing, like every single time. And you can shake those up a little, and he does this, like he's very smart. He does this, he starts from the back, and I'm not picking on anybody, but just using him as an example, like he's really smart about it. He'll start at the back, so it's more engaging because he's passing people, and like there's, he's faster than 10, 15 guys ahead of him. So like that makes it way more interesting than it's like, hey, I qualified 5th and I finished 5th because that's, that's my pace. Like, well, that's not very fun to watch, right? So it's tough. I don't know. Ollie's done a good job. Basically, Ollie's done a good job of shaking up the kind of the norm where he'll post like kind of his one weekly best race of the week. He's been doing that. I think that actually is pretty cool. But when I look at YouTube, the stuff that I watch in sim racing, it's mostly live streams. It's not the typical YouTube video. It's not a race recap. It's not, it's not anything like that. It's basically, I like to watch live streams. And so that's why I, will push those because that's what I enjoy doing and actually like creating, but also I like consuming them myself. Like Quirk is my favorite. He's my favorite streamer for sure. He's just super entertaining. He is fast, but he doesn't take himself super seriously. It's not like an esport or something. I don't know. I feel like he and I think we're similar. Like I feel like it's the way he approaches is the way that I approach it. And I just enjoy his stuff. And he's just fun to watch. Very, very entertaining. If you've never seen Quirk, go find Quirk. He's on Twitch. The only other stuff I really watch, excuse me, I'm sure you guys have seen this too, but on YouTube, there's a couple channels that take other people's clips from their streams of like crazy stuff that happens, and they just put like a mash them all together for like a highlight video of the week. So those pop up in my algorithm a lot. I do enjoy watching those, just because of the crazy things that happen, But to me, like that's what makes streaming interesting, because you're watching a race and literally anything can happen. And a lot of these races, anything does happen. All you streams because it's able to follow the journey of picking cars, like different series. There's different. I've seen condensed progress over a series of races. Yeah, and I think it's just different. To me, it's about like different styles. I mean, his channel has absolutely exploded. Like he has done an awesome job of building his channel up. Like he's exceptionally good in those Porsche Cup cars for sure, and he does a really good job of telling the story and put like I don't know, maybe he is that in these videos, but like putting them together, like he does a really good job with those videos. And I mean, yeah, like the algorithm speaks, man. Like last time I feel like I looked at his stuff, he didn't have nearly as many views and subscribers and all the stuff that he does now. Like he's done an exceptional job of building that out for sure. But it's just, for me, I don't like it. I don't like watching the race videos. And so it always makes me wonder, well, then what should I be making? If I don't enjoy watching it, I think it's a bad idea to make it. Even if everybody, let's say literally everybody's like, that's what I want to watch. It's like, well, then maybe I just won't do any of it. You know, I'd rather just not do it at all than make something that I don't actually want to watch myself. Like Paul's doing his IRL racing series now. Excited for everything. I mean, passions following Picos is not the same. So I watched that video. That was interesting to me. I was watching it and I thought to myself, it really shows when somebody steps out of their normal kind of routine of what they do and does something very slightly differently. It is jarring. Like, it's exceptionally jarring. And I would say, like, an example for me would have been when I did a couple streams of World of Warcraft, right? Like, that was probably the craziest thing ever for anybody that's ever you've only ever known me for doing sim racing, right? So to see that was probably like, what am I watching right now? And that's actually how I felt when I was watching his IRL stream. Not IRL stream, but the IRL racing video. It was unfortunate because I thought it's like an hour and 10 minutes or something, right? Like, I thought, okay, there's going to be a part where they're at VIR and they're actually doing the thing. It's like, no, this is just like episode 1. Like, this is just like all these hours of prep. And I think, I don't know. I'm not a YouTube specialist. He knows it better than I do, but an hour and 10 minutes of like just talking about doing the thing in the future is just too much. That's too much. If I had known it was going to be that from the start, I wouldn't have clicked it. I got probably 20 minutes into it and I was like, when does the racing part happen? And so I just started scrubbing forward, and apparently it doesn't happen, at least not in that video. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll check in on the next one when they actually get to VIR and do the fun thing, you know? But it was just a lot. Like, he was kind of saying the same thing over and over for a really long time. And, not my thing. But it is really fascinating to me how many of these guys go from doing like sim racing to IRL stuff, you know? I mean, the bigger guys are obvious. They make so much money from YouTube, they can actually afford to like fund themselves racing, like Jardier and Jimmy and Super GT and Misha and all these guys, right? Like, that makes sense. They're huge. Like, they're on a level. I don't think people even understand how much money those guys probably make from YouTube. I've got to imagine the hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for at a minimum for getting sponsorships and all that stuff. I'm sure they're making a lot of money. And so they can fund it. But a guy like, you know, Aiden, I can't imagine it's that much. And then I think it shows, like they were talking about in the video, they were being asked by a company that puts on track days like HDPE. I don't remember which way that goes, but basically being invited out. It's, you know, it's effectively paid advertisement for that school, if you will. So that's how he's making it work, it seems. But like anything, man, like, just keep doing it. He'll get bigger. And if his goals are to go and race in real life, like, something tells me he'll be able to find a way to fund a seat at some level at VIR or however, you know. Like Swelio is a great example. He's done it on probably the biggest scale of them all. I mean, he's doing, I forget what level of IMSA. It's not the top one, but it's, I think, the next tier down. That's the other thing with IRL Pool Series. Usually 30 minutes consists of like 5 races, an hour of practice. Exactly. Once you start deviating, it's just weird. Like, when a video starts with somebody in a parking deck, like in front of their car and talking, when every other time it's something completely different, it's a big step, you know. That's hard. That's super hard to pull off and like get people to stay engaged. But I don't know, something tells me for him it'll work out really well, because I think for the vast majority of this content creation world, like, people are following you, not as much what you're doing. Certainly there's a relationship there with what you're doing, because that's part of why they found you in the first place. But eventually it's like they're following you more than anything else. You are the entertainment. Get what I did, but I don't subscribe to him for vlogs. Yeah, exactly. That's a tough one. I feel like it's so easy to sit back and second guess after you've seen the video, right? But like my guess would have been he probably would have been better off to like record his experience, go do the thing, record the after, and then put together like a 30-minute, you know, here's the experience that I had. But who knows? You know, who knows what the situation is? It could have been a contractual thing where they're like, all right, cool. So we're going to invite you out to come do this thing that normally costs like $3,000 or something. And, you know, you're going to make a video, but, you know, really we want you to make like 3 videos of it. And who knows? It could be, there could be so many contingencies around that stuff. You just don't know. Or it could have been like completely open-ended. Like, hey, you can come out, just like make a video of it and do whatever you want. You know, I'll tell you straight up. When, what's the name of the company? Shit. What's the AI company that was building the software for sim racing to tell you like, hey, you need to brake 15 meters earlier or you're carrying great speed. Good job. What's the name of that company? Shoot, I can't remember the name of it. Is it Trophy AI? Does that sound right? Anyway, so when was this? This must have been, yeah. Hey, what's up, Rick? That's right. Let's leave the name out of it because honestly, I'm not 100% sure if it was them or not. But basically, I mean, a lot of you guys will probably know it. I want to say this was when we were buying that car. We're getting that car for my sons. That must have been last fall. So it's probably 12 months ago. Basically 12 months ago right now. They reached out to me and a whole bunch of, if they reach out to me, they reach out to every sim racing content creator out there, right? And said, hey, you know, we want to offer you money to make a video about our product and post it on YouTube, basically. And I know I talked about this before, but I don't think I ever mentioned who it was. But basically, that happened. I told them no, and I'll explain why, but I told them no. And then like literally a month or two later, every single person came out with a video, all within like a 2-week period, maybe even more condensed than that, like showing that software off, like all at the same time, right? And it was fascinating because I got the same message everybody else got. I mean, maybe it's a little different per person, but generally speaking, I got the same message everybody else got. So it was kind of like, hey, you know, there's certain things they want you to talk about. There's certain things that they don't want you to talk about. Like it was eye-opening for me to watch that process, like watch those videos come out when I had seen effectively what the inputs were from the company side of things, if that makes sense. It was really weird. So I was watching those videos and I'm like, yeah, I remember seeing that doc where they told you what to say, you know, or it was so bad. And I think everybody did the thing where they were very clear that this is a paid sponsorship or, you know, whatever. I don't know. Maybe some people didn't, but I would assume most people did. But it was creepy. The fact that it all came out at the same time, like you had to know that was very scripted and very purposeful. But yeah, that was weird to say the least. I also think he also addressed in the beginning of the video, he does try to stay humble about situations only because so yeah, that's 100% true. Wanted to show that he's taking it serious. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough place to be. I obviously I've not been in that situation. I don't know how I would handle it. I don't know what I would do. I think the way that he approached that video was as good as you can do. He seems very genuine, very humble. Like, and he's right. If it wasn't for the people, if it wasn't for a subscription number or an average view count on a video, like of course they're not going to reach out to him and be like, hey man, do you want to just randomly come to our thing for free? Like, no, it's marketing, you know? So of course it's 100% about views and it's 100% about, you know, subs and exposure and all those things. So I think it's got to be a really strange feeling to sit there and think like, okay, I'm getting this because of that, but I have that because of all these people who spend time hanging out with me and watching my stuff. I'm forever grateful for you, right? Like, and that is very true. That's very real. It's got to be difficult. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But I know for me with the AI thing, it was just strange. Like I was in an interesting place where my channel was significantly smaller than it is now, and it's still extremely small. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm super aware of where I am on the spectrum of YouTube content creators for sim racing. But like it's so much smaller, probably half maybe. And it was just one of those things that was like, do I want to take money to, you know, basically do work? Like it's real work. Like, hey, download the software, come up with a script for a video, come up with, you know, whatever you're going to do, and like actually put in real work for this. I've never taken money for anything at any of the stuff at all. And I always felt like there is a mark, you know. It's like once you've done that thing, I mean, I guess you can just not do it again, but you can't take back that you ever did it, you know? And I was like, what is that what I want to do? Is that the route I want to go? And honestly, I didn't want to make that decision. I didn't really want to make the decision for that. So I was like, well, the easiest way for me not to make that decision is just to tell them no, like it's just not what I want to do right now, and go from there. But one of the big issues for me, that was huge. I mean, obviously that was a really, really big reason why I was like, I don't really want to do that. The other was just the fact that, and this is going to be in all of their clauses for sure. I'm sure the bigger guys can argue it out, but I'm sure they wouldn't have done that with me. But, and to be fair, I didn't try, so who knows. But the other huge thing was they wanted to see the video before it was released. And I'm like, no. Like that's definitely one of those things. If I ever got to a point, and like Will's big enough, like Boosted Media, he's big enough where he can say like, you know, fuck off, I'll do what I want. But there aren't many people who are. There's probably literally half a dozen maybe that are big enough to kind of say that to these companies. But for me, it was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting into a situation where it's like, hey, I'm going to put this thing out that may or may not have been influenced by, I'm not. I've said it a million times and it's going to always be true. I will never say something I don't believe. I'm, you know, not going to be filtered. It's not going to be pre-watched. It's not going to be approved. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want to do. And that's that. I'll never have to worry about it, think about it. I'll just do what I want to do and have a good time. So that was definitely a big red flag for me. Just, I don't want to live in that space. But yeah. Yep. And also I'm small, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. And it also wasn't that much. I mean, I was surprised they offered me much of anything. Like I figured they'd be like, hey, we'll just give you like a free subscription, you know? And I don't know what that is, $10, $15 a month, something like that. I figured that would be like the extent of it, but you know, they offered like a couple $100 and a subscription, and I think some codes to give away to people, something like that. And I'm like, for as many hours as it would take to make that, and I don't know, that was a thing. I didn't really want to do the work, because truly at that time, I think at that point I knew I was leaving my job, and I was as burnt out as you could possibly imagine from the experiences that I've had. And I was just like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything right now. I just want people to leave me alone. So it was all around. It was just a horrible time to ask me to do anything. Notice the influx of trophy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know if there's an easy way to do this. We could try to find out real fast. YouTube. Really kind of hate having let's do reviews. Is there a, yeah, like these all came out. Well, some of these are not going to be It was about a year ago. Yeah. So, you know, his came out a lot later. But just looking at the timing of these videos, it was right at a year ago. I don't really want to watch
One of the
this.
questions I get asked most.
Let's see, 1 year ago. Yep. So October. Hey, at least it's marked as an ad. So October 28th, 2024. So like I said, it was right at a year ago. We were buying that truck for my son, and that was like literally October 1 or something like that. So October 28th, 2024. Let's see this one. They all came out right at the same time. Oh, his was earlier, August 13th. Okay. They didn't get to me until about October. I think it was October. I'm pretty sure I was sitting there watching Red Zone. I remember I had a phone call. Anyway, it was a whole thing. Look at this one. This is them, but November 1st, 2024.
It did.
Yeah, November 29th, 2024. Yeah, this one too. I remember watching some of this one. Yeah, November 27th, 2024. Like, you know, like there's a, it all kind of happened at the same time. And that was very intentional. But anywho, that's actually a pretty amazing thumbnail. I wish I could do that. Very smart thumbnails. Don't think that this was like the fact that this red to green, that was not a coincidence. Notice it's in a couple of these, the red to green. That's not a coincidence. Ooh, man. Streamer ad space seems so weird and feels almost like the fidget spinner toy company going directly to the cool kids in middle school. That is exactly what it is. That is the best analogy I've ever heard. That is exactly what it is. It is, man. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't really know how to feel about it. I can't blame it. I mean, I can't blame any of these people. Like, if I could literally make a living streaming iRacing to you guys, I would do that. I think at this point, I would actually do that. I thought about it. I know we talked about this like last December, January, when I knew like my time, you know, was coming to an end at work and I was going to take some time, like a sabbatical, basically. But that eventually I would go back and all the things, not to that job, but, you know, do something else. That was the whole idea, the whole plan. That was, you know, it's kind of what we've been living with for the last, like, shit, it's been a year now. And, you know, I talked about it like, oh man, maybe I'll really go hard and I'll try to figure out the like content thing and I'll try to figure this out, you know? And I didn't, obviously. But I'm glad I didn't at the time because I was so burned out. I was insane. But yeah, like in some ways I wish I had really tried and to see how far down that path I could have been had I really been making an effort to like have like very scheduled streams and like truly go at it like a full-time, you know, point of view to see how far I could have taken that. But yeah, I mean, hell, if I could figure out how to do it, I would. So in the same vein, it's like I don't blame anybody trying to do that. Like you gotta do it somehow. And I think at the end of the day, like I think it behooves all of us, you know, who watch YouTube, who follow people who stream, who create content, like, you know, truth be told, like all the people that do it at a certain level, they are advertising. They are advertising. Like they make money through a couple sources, right? Like AdSense, getting ads, you know, played in videos, or YouTube Premium or Twitch Turbo or things like that, where you're just getting money from advertising. That's an obvious source. But at the end of the day, you're an advertiser, right? Like whether you want to be or not. Where you start to actually get significantly more money is when you are having those direct relationships with companies yourself. You know, like that's where it goes from like you're getting, you know, cents on the dollar or whatever for views to getting like serious money. And I don't think it's not a secret. Like, how do you think Malone originally, I don't know, who knows what he's doing these days, like how it works for him now, I don't know. I'd love to know. I would love to know. But the whole IMSA deal, like, that's so critical, giving him the ability to like pay his bills and have comfort to know, hey, I've got a contract with him for 6-12 months, whatever it was, to know like, hey, I'm good. I have enough to like get this going. That's so critical for getting these folks started. And then they get to a point like Jardier, like they have sponsors, they have people that are paying them monthly or however, you know, to do what they do. Like, cause it is work. It might not seem like it, but it is work, man. No question about it. It's not hard. It's not super hard work, but it is work. And I would say in some ways it is kind of hard work. But I don't know. I could probably argue that one with somebody. I have an image in my head now of a bunch of middle schoolers turning up on Vespas with fidget spinners everywhere instead of the hot rockers. Streaming sounds really cool, but needing to be on so much and making myself race when I don't really want to doesn't sound enjoyable for personality in the long run. I think that's true for a lot of people. Like, I feel like I've talked about that for me a lot. The whole idea of being on is honestly challenging. Like, it really is. And I know I've talked about this with you guys before. Like, I've definitely struggled with anxiety. I think I feel like I go back and watch races or things that I do when I knew at the time I was like really, I wouldn't say having a panic attack because that's definitely visible, but where I was kind of panicking and like really, really anxious. And I'll go back and watch it knowing that that's what was happening in the moment. And I can't tell. I can't tell at all. So, even yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, we did the endurance race yesterday. I have a little chill pill that I'll take when I do things that really make me anxious. And I wasn't really anticipating being too anxious yesterday, but the fact that I figured there's going to be some people watching, and first time I'd sat down and done a 3-hour race like that in a long time, I was like, I'm just going to take a little chill pill, anticipatory anxiety basically. But yeah, just the idea of like being on in front of, in the case of some of these guys, hundreds, if not thousands, like hundreds in the case of Jardier and thousands in the case of Jimmy and others. Like, I guess I can kind of imagine what that's like. Just extrapolating my world times 10 or 20 or more even. But yeah, it's, I don't know. It's not easy. I think Jardier is really smart with the way that, I hope I pronounce his name correctly. If I'm not, my apologies. I don't mean to butcher your name, but, I think he does his whole setup is genius. He's basically doing a lot of the LMU or ACC like special events weekly. So he's got it set up where he's doing like, 60 minutes here, 90 minutes there, whatever, doing 12-hour races, Nordschleife series, ELMS series, things like that. And so it's like built-in structure, which is like actually critical. Having that consistency is really important. So I imagine that he has an actual calendar that's like, okay, on Mondays we do the ELMS LMU race, on Tuesdays we do the weekly whatever race. Like, it's probably literally that scripted, which is awesome because it gives you that structure to go in and know like, hey, on Tuesday I do this race, on Wednesday I do that race, and these races are long enough that it's actually a good streaming length. Like, anything in the 3 to 4 hour range is good for sure. You want somewhere at least like around 4 hours is like a good sweet spot. But anyway, he does an awesome job. And he's got a great personality to go with it, and that's critical. And then having the sponsor, I mean, this is like the picture, the blueprint, right? If you want to try to figure it out, he's probably the best person to follow, to be honest. Jimmy bought a Ferrari. Yeah, exactly. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the ability to make money on YouTube, I don't know what will. Man, he does, or Aiden, I guess he does such a good job with the thumbnails. It's crazy. I really got to up my thumbnail game. But yeah, he does a phenomenal job with that. But, you know, like it's just, I don't know. They're not great. They're not great thumbnails. Like this is like the kind of thumbnail I would make, and not picking on Jimmy, but it's not good. You know, mine really aren't that good. They're very basic. This is an evolution of something I would make, but at this point, he's got such an audience, I don't even think his thumbnails matter anymore. And then you think, like, look at Jimmy's. His is like meant for sure. You know, and then you look at like one of these, it's kind of like something I would make. Not great. Like, look how, I mean, that's next level thumbnail right there. That's very good. Very, very good. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I land. If streaming was a thing in the 90s, I would have done it the way my kids thought the same thing, you know, but they don't understand. My kids, like, all they wanted to be in 2020 was a Twitch streamer, right? And I think what they didn't understand then, and now they're past it and they do all sorts of other things. They don't really play a lot of games anymore. Thankfully, they're on to other things they'd like to do as a career. And I think what they don't realize, or didn't realize at the time, or a lot of people don't realize, is that it's so much more about, like, it has nothing to do with playing games. It's all about entertainment. It's all about entertainment, man. But there's an emotional, like, there's like a connection, you know, with the person that you're watching, and just there's like an emotional connection, I guess, there with what they're doing, how they're doing it, what their reactions are to things. It's just the entertainment, the value is just so much. I wish I was just big enough to get discounts on gear. You gotta definitely take free stuff, but discount works too. Yeah, true. I wish I was too. I wish I was too. And I've thought about, like, oh, what if I reached out to like one of the, you know, smaller companies, say like, hey, could you guys sponsor me for like $500 a month? If I could get like $500 a month from 5 different companies or something, I could make this work. You know what I mean? And then I think to myself, like, all right, let's say I actually did that. And let's say Moza was like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll send you some, you know, some gear. We'll be a sponsor of yours for $500 a month, 6-month contract. We'll send you a wheelbase and a wheel and a this and a that. And then I was like, thinking of, and I'd like to be extremely clear, this did not happen. I'm just literally making up. This is a thought process here. If I went down that path and they said yes, or whoever, like, am I going to replace my Simucube 2 with their stuff? Do I want to replace my wheel? Like, I don't want to replace any of my stuff. You know, I don't want to replace my 2 active pedals with, you know, like, I don't want to replace any of my things. So it's like, well, how's that going to work? So it's like, it's just it's too much to think about. And honestly, I'm still so small. I don't think I could get any of those people to say yes to any kind of terms like that. But I also haven't tried. So hard to say. Too much fun stuff outside to be shacked up as a team. Yeah. Especially once you start getting wheels, man. Now that my sons can drive, it's like they're never even here anymore. They're just gone. So that has changed the game. Now my second child just got his full license a week ago. So now they can both drive. It's like, yeah, it's a whole different beast. But anywho, it kind of gives you a little bit of a sense of the stuff that I think about when it comes to content creation. Because yeah, like I'm at a place in a lot of ways I would love to be able to find a way to do it full time. I don't know how. I really don't. But about to set now, I've been streaming. I'm about to shut it down, and then I'm going to come back tonight and stream for the new week. So it'll be IMSA at Monza. That's my plan for this coming week, to spend pretty much all my time there. So now I've done some LMU and killed some people, hit a lot of people. I mean, I hit the shit out of some people today. That was something. And then I very much killed a man at the end of the last race that I did, which was embarrassing in a lot of ways, if we're being honest. But I totally forgot I was in the... I had just come out of the first of 2 corners instead of the second of 2 corners. I thought we had a long straight to go down, and I killed a man today. It was brutal. So yeah, it's about 3 o'clock my time. I still have not eaten lunch, which probably is not a great idea. So I think I'm going to shut her down. I'm going to go do some of that, get myself ready to go. I need to make some thumbnails. If y'all know anybody that's really good at making thumbnails, can help me level my game up for making stuff that looks like this to making stuff that looks like this, let me know, you know. That would help me out a lot, actually. That's what I need to do. I need to like go on Fiverr or something and find like find someone that I can work with to build to just do better with creating thumbnails and stuff like that. I think it would help me out a ton. 8 p.m. I'm not sure when the first race is. Let me look actually while I got you here. The only way I know to find this is on my phone, which is real dumb. Let's take a look. Let's go to the series. IMSA fixed. Click on the times. It looks like the first race of the week for fixed is 8:45 p.m. which means the first race of the week for open is going to be 8:45 p.m. to confirm. Yes. So I'll be somewhere a little after 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah. I'll put up a thumbnail here as soon as I'm done streaming. I should probably try to create like a decent thumbnail. I'll probably just use the rig photo that I always use because I'm lazy. And that's why I don't grow. Found the app. Yeah, exactly. I know you can't see it here, but there's once you go to the sessions, you can click on, or actually once you go to the series, you can click on sessions. And it's not super obvious, but the one at the top left shows you the reset, basically. So yeah, 8:45 is open, and then 9:45 is fixed. So that'll push me till about 10:45. So I'll at least do 2 races, maybe 3, depending on how I feel. But 2 races at Monza and IMSA could be something. So that's the plan for tonight. Normally I wouldn't even do a stream in the middle of the day like today, but I wanted to race, and I was like, you know what? Let's go live. So here I am. Or here I've been. But yeah. All right, folks. Well, I hope to see you tonight if I can. If I don't, I'll see you when I see you. I appreciate all you guys for being here, as always. And hell yeah, brother, indeed. I'll see y'all tonight. Until then, have a great rest of your Monday. Peace out.